Welcome everybody to the Onward VR Master League Season 11, Week 12. I think I had the wrong week now that I think about it on the title card. My apologies for that. My name is NightFiree with 2 E's, and we are here for a battle of two top-tier, I wouldn't say rookie squads, but relatively new teams to the league. I guess new teams. Error 404 and the VAINQUEURS both coming in Season 11 and really proving that you don't have to be a seasoned vet in the league to compete at a high level. Error 404 created in Season, I mean, both of these squads, and VAINQUEURS, I haven't even seen a match of theirs. They've only had one game cast, and it was early on in the season. They've gone completely under the radar of not just myself and us on the casting team, but I would assume a substantial amount of teams as well. And so I'm very interested to see what this team, I mean, gosh, I have to figure out, can someone help me on pronunciation? I've been mulling over this pronunciation of this team for a long time. I'm going with the VAINQUEURS, but I think it's the VAINQUEURS. I don't know. Chat, give me a phonetic type out of how to say it, but well, we can figure, we can tackle it together. But it is going to be an interesting battle of teams here today. I'm looking at the roster of the VAINQUEURS, and none of these names even necessarily ringing a bell. And hey, again, I'm familiar mostly with the people that we watch, and so I haven't seen any of these matchups this whole season. Chawai, Maximum Jordan, El Marvin, God of Shinobi, Nugget, Warcrafted, Wolf God. Look at some of these, any past teams. Yeah, new to Season 11, new to Season 11. Nordic Tactic, so previous team, that was Season 11 as well. So yeah, this is looking like pretty much a pure, a rookie team. The best word for it, even though they are ranked 8th in the ladder right now in the VRML, all of these players are new to the league this season. Not a single player has played before Season 10, or before Season 11 on the VAINQUEURS, and they are ranked 8th right now on the ladder in NA. So, you know, there's always been a theory that new teams are struggling. You know, that you kind of have to slog your way up through the bottom to get good. I think, well, we'll see what these squads bring, but a clear indicator that you don't have to be a seasoned vet to be able to compete at a high level. You just have to be able to put the time in, put the practice, the effort, really do the homework, have multiple plays, make sure you're doing the coaching and the research of teams. And Error 404 definitely do that. They come in with a lot of dedication to their matches, and it shows. In their gameplay, you really do see it. Very rarely do they struggle. And unfortunately, when they do, they don't seem to have a good good tactic of bouncing back. And I say that just off of a fresh memory from the last matchup where I think it was a loss for them. And even then, I could be wrong. All the games blur together for me at some point. But the VAINQUEURS, I don't know what to expect here. I'm eager to see, truly, what they're going to bring to the table. We can look at the bands, get a little bit of an idea of what we're going to expect here today. Coming in from Error 404, we have the Bazaar band. And from VAINQUEURS, we have Quarantine. And so 2 old maps off the table. It leaves us with USS Quest, Cargo, Suburbia, Subway, Downfall, Snow Peak. That just came to me. I just let the maps flow out of me. I just knew them. That's the map pool I think for the final third of this season. And we're gonna kick off map 1 on Snow Peak. So we're gonna start with some range. This is Error 404's choice, so they will start Marsoc. Obviously meaning that they'll be on the offense first, and I'm just waiting for the 5th to pop in here from Error 404. Hopefully we don't have to wait too long for that to happen. Gives me a brief moment to talk about rosters. having that full roster becomes very important. Looking at Error 404, they do definitely have that full roster. Maybe they didn't know where they were going to be headed until, you know, the moment, and so they're thinking of who they're going to pick in and bring in for their fifth, but curious to know what the delay is here. Hopefully they don't have to dip into the reservist pool, and it is something you can do if you don't have that extra person on your roster, that extra reservist on your roster. You can ping the reservist pool, which is a bunch of players that are not on teams that have individual rankings, and you can choose certain players based off of what rank your team is, et cetera, et cetera. But it's all managed, and yeah, I maybe they'll have to dip into the reservist. That's never a good thing. Very rarely is it, I would say. Sometimes the reservist plays exceedingly well, and you sort of have that solo man stand out. But for the most part, when you're at this sort of level, to not have that fifth there for coordination ends up impacting the team as a whole significantly more. You don't have the same level of comfort going into each map as you do with the team that you're familiar with. I got another 5 minutes before this could start off 5v4. They then can call a timeout. We can wait another 10 for their player. Then they have to play another round, and they have their last timeout. So could be a delayed start to this series if there's something wrong with their fifth and they're trying to buy time. Hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully we get the fifth in shortly. Might have to cut to an intermission as it's just me here. I'll kick off with 10 minutes of non-stop me. Maybe you do. I suppose a quick shout out to the folks tuning in. I saw Mix subscribing for 34 months. That definitely deserves a shout out. That is a heck of a long time. Global Cop coming in for 3. Appreciate that. Sri Lankan was 7. Jeez, everyone's dropping in the subs today. Really do appreciate the support, folks. It means a lot to me and the casting team. Everyone that's been putting in the effort this season to cast. I do know that more folks want more casts, and you know, I think it's just an unfortunate matter of timing. People are just busy with their lives, and so hopefully we can get more casts to you by bringing in 1 or 2 more casters, but even that I don't know necessarily solve the problem. But I will do my best to continue to deliver action to you. We have 2 more games this weekend. Who is it? Raptors. Oh, who they're up against. That's a Saturday afternoon, 1 p.m. matchup. That'll be broadcast on VR Master League on Twitch and on venues. And then Sunday, we have Mayhem vs. Strive. That'll be great. Raptors and Boss Fight. That's who it was. That'll be a really good matchup. Etch will be joining me then. And Sunday, I'll be joined by Theta. So, gonna be 2 great casts this weekend that you're not going to want to miss. Be sure to check those out. And I think I will cut us to an intermission. Like I said, it should be maximum 4 minutes before they, I believe, have to get into this 4v5. Not an ideal situation. Try and gather a little bit more info. See if I can dive into the back end and give you guys some information on what the delay is here for this map 1. But I guess we could talk a little bit about Snow Peak, the long-range map that we all know and love. It'd be exciting to see Error 404 go up against the VAINQUEURS. And again, I really don't know what to expect out of the VAINQUEURS. I know that Error 404 are going to bring coordination. They're going to be comfortable in attacking the objective from multiple angles. And it's going to impact them if they're down a player. I wonder, this is definitely not what you want at this point in the season either. I mean, we talk about this all the time. If you were just have to play a 4v5 and you're ranked 4 versus ranked 8 right now, It's the worst case scenario, truly, for Error 404. You do not want to be bumped out of the top 30, plain and simple. Or top 30, the top 10, the top 8. And the VAINQUEURS are very much looking to get a little bit more insurance, because you don't want to be sitting in that 8th position on the ladder. It is not a comfortable place to be. You really have to work for it. And so I am interested to see what we're going to see here from Error 404. They're trying to buy time for their 5th to join. Maybe he's just maybe they just have a no-show for their 5th, and then it's unfortunate again that they aren't able to tap into their reservist pool. But maybe they just don't have anyone available that's on their roster today. And Friday night, I suppose folks are busy, but heck, I'm here to watch some good quality VRML action, and I think that's what we'll be getting here today. Maybe a little bit less so, since it could potentially be a 4v5. Really, it'd be a gift for the VAINQUEURS. I'm sure they would not be disappointed about having to play that out. But again, just the worst case scenario for Error 404. And we'll see. It's going to be, you know, essentially a back against the wall situation for the whole series. You know, every start of every round, 4v5, you're at a disadvantage. But again, just trying to get some info on it. Not going to be dipping into that reservist pool, like I mentioned. And like I said, some players, some teams feel it's actually more of a hindrance in some cases, because you end up relying on a player that you don't normally play with. And it can be a negative. I really do think we might be into a 4v5, though. And, you know, we'll cast it. I'll watch it. But yeah, I don't know how this will go. Won't necessarily be a true test for the VAINQUEURS unless it is a full 5v5. And maybe we'll get that eventually. You know, I'm not going to say that this is going to be a 4v5 for all of map 1 or all of the series, but man, yeah, certainly rough for this to be happening. And I'm sure the team captain over there at Error 404 will giving somebody a bit of a scolding for not showing at the start of series time. But yep, we're close to that 15-minute time, and wow, I built it up for 5 minutes, and the 5th connects, so who cares? Sorry for wasting your time, or just buying time, keeping you interested, keeping us all excited for the matchup. Now I'm happy. 5v5. Miko has popped in. Should be getting underway any moment, and there it is. Map number 1 kicks off. And I'm going to take a bit of a breather for the first few minutes of this round. Be back, but here we go.
Everyone knows their jobs. Let's make it happen. Come on.
No, I don't know my job.
Your job is to shut is the fuck.
Oh my god. I feel weird. Headsets feel weird. I don't know if it's just the place we're in.
Bit of setup coming through here. First minute ticks away, and STF Cup getting danger close. Everything is timed up, though. Rest of his team is in position. And a little bit delayed up in the tunnel. I see coming down now. But actually nicely timed with Cup as he peeks out here. Really limits Maxim's options on rotating. Essentially pinched. His back covered and front by Cup. And now Cup with a bit of a defilade in front of him really is going to be free and clear to sort of swing this rotation. And nobody knows anyone is just yet. Maxim hasn't ID'd this rotation. Nothing's coming in through the north quite yet. Cobra is playing it slow enough where Chewy still hasn't ID'd anything here. And again, this is what Air 404 does well. When they're playing well, is they're all very well synced up. That's why they don't want to dip into that reservist pool. They want to be using players on their team because their players know the timings, know the setups. You're familiar with how each other moves. That just gives you way better coordination. We're seeing that here. Didn't have to pop up over to the north. Warcraft able to get that kill. Ooh, meanwhile, a trade seems on the... Yes, there it is.
You just revived him. He's coming.
Chewy has comms here. Amico's looking for the confirm on the ground. He finds that. So no more radio coming in there. And as Badger shoots, Cup's position really gets blown. Cup could have snuck up and clipped the side of Maxim unknowingly, but now Maxim's dialed into this corner because Badger shot. And there's utility coming up and over. A fantastic play from Maxim. Nets him a neat double. They've shut down that southwest push, and it's going to come down to Cobra and Amico. They found one, and they flashed Shinobi here. The rest of this offense has to rotate. Maxim is down. There's some good shots coming in. There's the tag one. Great refrag from Cobra. The smoke's deployed. Is he going to try and rotate and get this res? I think he might. Oh, actually, he's going to go for the cap. Pads out. Cobra's here. Warcraft doesn't have an angle, and he's got all the time in the world to punch in this code. Error 404. Salvage what was looking like a rough start. Go up 2-0 out the gate. Take a look at that replay again. If it works. And I mean, that's what really kicked it off. They had the kill in the southeast that started them off in a 5v4, but then the flash up and over, and after Badger shoots, Badger really giving away that push. If they had just stayed silent, it would have been more effective. But that ends up putting it into, I think, a 4v2. Great flash up and over to deny the close corner, then the kill on the long, and then just a good job all around. From that Air 404 duo to salvage that series, that attempt, and just barely, but they get it, and they get two, so certainly pays off. Now it's really up to the VAINQUEURS. They again just looked good on defense there. It looked like they were like that flash up and over for the kill on the corner was beautiful. Was beautiful. We'll get, oh, I'll get predictions out here too, sorry. Crazy. I have to type out this team's name. Bang. Bang. So it looks like. kicking in to round number 2. I'm gonna let the comms of the start of the round.
29-57, 29-57, 29-57. Alright, Warcraft, God, and Nugget, y'all going down the middle. And yeah, let's go, guys. 29-57, 29-57, 29-57, 29-57, 29-57. Hey, watch out, il va envoyer quelqu'un dans la montagne. Fait que venez, dépêchez-vous à venir ici.
Dépêche-toi, attaque couvert.
They send someone. Cross. Someone just crossed the tank, so watch out. The southeast. Wait, it's not even the southeast, my bad.
A nice setup there from Warcraft and Chewy. Pushing in through the center. Could have been very bad for them. Chaos unfolding here. Opposite side of objective. Badger, Zombie, and Cup both watching Shinobi here. Nugget has some comms. Pushing that out to God of Shinobi. And so as he gets his confirming, he may try and swing. Ooh, and that's a good smoke. No, it goes a bit too far. Up's got such a good tight angle there. The problem is this ledge actually gives tons of cover. And so the push also coming in from the other side. We got to pop over back to the opposite end. Badger with a great flash up and over. Blinds Chewy. And he tries to commit to the push. Can he get here in time to find the kill? What a play! Chewy deploys a smoke on himself and pops out for the kill. On the other side, Cup. 1 of 2 left alive for Error 404 as Amico comes swinging in. A flash up and over there denies God of Shinobi vision. Pauses him for a second, allowing Amico to swing here. Get tucked in, close to objective, into the 1v2 we go. VAINQUEURS trying to right what was wrong on the start of this series. And this is a tough spot to be. All of these walls penetrable. You simply have to find your target before they find you. But he's in the right space. Properly defending objective. Going to be very hard to cap on. It would really have to be a stealth cap. Warcraft would have to come in quiet. And he doesn't. He gets tagged. Amiko's going to pop the heal. And as he thinks Shinobi's ready, the pickup. And in a very equally close Marsoc round, VAINQUEURS do take it, but not with 2, just with 1. So the lead maintains here into the hand of Error 404, but that was a very nice rebuttal there from the VAINQUEURS, and just some great plays. I love the denial of the vision by popping the smoke after being flashed. Really cool. I mean, I've never seen that. Never seen that before. This is my tea time, by the way. excited though. This is this has got me interested for this series. Me and I see a good amount of other folk. Wow, heavily going into Error 404's hands here. I'm glad I put those predictions out before we got to round 2. They may have shifted otherwise, but global 1 of 4. Oh, this is actually 4 to 4. Just folks more confident in Error 404, I guess, with their points. Anywho, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're watching it on YouTube or something, pop into these videos live and wager channel points on who you think is going to win.
Let's throw so many smokes, it looks like a vape convention. You can walk up that. Cool.
Now they have to slow here to check several different angles. You can commit pretty heavily out on defense if you choose. That isn't the case. Instead, Chewie has tucked in to a tight corner and is actually not feeling very confident there. Maybe after hearing the footsteps, commits to dropping back. I like this angle much better. Does he have a detonator in hand? He does. So there's a C4 placed somewhere down here. Ah, there it is. It's on the other side of the boxes, and I don't think that's going to be identified and is detonated just a bit too early.
I'm down. I'm down. I'm alone. I'm down. I think he's gonna come try and kill me.
The
No,
bait
you're not down. Stop
does
right
not
in.
pay off, but the double does.
You are though.
Badger plays it quietly, and after losing Icy,
Icy's down.
catches the refrag, utilizes his teammate's death to his advantage. Gets an important kill, though. Opens up the entry into objective lane. The objective just over the shoulder of Shinobi. Shinobi's going to be a key element here. Easy to smoke out. Easy to frag. Let's draw our attention over to the trio that's pushing Warcraft here. And if you saw that, hands went to the radio, but we didn't hear anything. Communicating via clicks of players at his position. Also with hand gestures to Maxim. So information radioed in. Shinobi shuts down Badger, so it's going to be this trio here pushing through that needs to find success. And Warcraft's doing a great job of stalling this entry. Just shooting with that barrel, the gun turned sideways over the top of the crate there. And you can see Amiko went for the pre-fire onto the corner. Not necessarily expecting over the top. Warcraft overcommits. Maybe not expecting there to be more. They nearly lose Maxim as well. Turns the tides a bit into Error 404's favor, and we know that as a duo they do not give up easy, so... round not over just yet. Oh, and Nugget! Checking tablet, looking at something else, maybe confused about where Cup was pushing in. Maxim dialed in and ready. Finds that kill, and Cup actually is Resable here. So the comms come in, and Cobra's pushing off of those comms. Spots Maxim behind the boxes, and we're into a trade here. Minutes left. Not a lot of utility, and that smoke a bit too far. Cobra's going to drop back and maybe grab some more. He'll need them. Oh, and interestingly, yeah, it's going to be a distraction smoke. Common enough strategy if you want to go for a relocate, but a minute 28 left. He's going to be cutting this thing tight on time. The rotation seems to be the right move, though, but he has to go for the long rotation. If he does it short, he's just going to run into the defense again. No, we'll stay on board and see. 4 kills, 2 deaths, so certainly loose and shooting well. And everyone quiet, just listening in, trying to hear footsteps. Shinobi nicely dialed into the corner, and such a hard angle to peek. It's why it's a powerful defensive position and is best flashed or fragged. You're dark in the corner there, and VAINQUEURS tie this up 2-2. Although starting it off rough with a cap, they have done a great job of quickly bouncing back and keeping this close. A team that is 4 ranks lower in the on the ladder board, doing well to challenge Error 404 here today. On to round number 4. I did the math. See what the starting rollout looks like here.
Hey, Cobra! 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 Yes. Tips. Don't die, Isaac. Don't die.
Little handshake. Hop over to the other
4,
side,
2,
see how
8,
they're doing.
613, 4, 2, 8, 8, 613, 4, 2, 8.
Ça
4, 2, 8, 2.
de le dire de même fort. Moi, j'essaie de...
Je sais, mais le problème, c'est que moi, comment je peux te dire ça? Moi, j'apprends bien. Quand je le dis,
Oh yeah, one thing I didn't mention. VAINQUEURS, all Canadian, I believe. Maybe one that's not, but a predominantly Canadian team. So I presume that's French-Canadian, coming from them. Scratching my head, and I forgot to mention that in the pre-show, but it was a point I wanted to bring up about this team. It's kind of interesting. Wonder, I guess I haven't looked. Maybe we have other Canadian teams too. I think we do. I don't know, chat. Help me out on that.
Whoa. Hold on, my tracking went out. We have a teammate to our right. I think he's in the tunnel or...
We're just watching VAINQUEURS be actually pretty patient here, not trying to overextend. Icy getting a little bit aggressive on his piece may just do that. That's exactly what this VAINQUERS team's waiting for, and they get caught off guard. They both go down. Icy with a huge double. rotation coming in here from Icy. He's trying to swing around to the backside of Nugget, but Nugget very aware of this. Has to check multiple angles here. Can continue to make this entrance, but most concerned about Icy's position. And it is going to be a heavily north stacked push. Gotta keep our tabs on Nugget, but we're gonna also have to watch Chewy and Maxim
Down.
make their
Fuck
push
this
in.
shit. Fuck this shit, man.
Baited calls coming
I
in from
got
both
yeah,
sides.
I think he's behind the box. Yeah, at your spot last time. Come. Yo, revive me.
Yeah, this is clearly something we're seeing on both sides. Teams baiting each other out off of C4 as you try and pretend like you're down. And that was a great little bait there from Chewy. Maxim, I don't think Cobra can see him there on that angle. Chewy continues to push, and Cup finds the kill. Cobra reinforces over the top. Jordan goes down. Error 404 picking apart this attack. No Marsoc round coming in for either side here. Unless Nugget can really pull something off miraculously. Icy is going to push right into his barrel. The trade
Good
comes
job,
through
Icy.
there.
Good job.
Bit of an awkward
I'll
camera
give you my
angle.
gun right then.
We catch the action nonetheless, and bit of a celebration for Error 404. Holding on to that 2-0 lead they got earlier, but just barely. Shift to a new objective, and it is an outdoors one. Interesting to see how that plays out. I think this OBJ lends itself much more to the range. So maybe we'll see a marksman rifle or two get brought in. But even when you get around the objective, that's when things do actually get pretty tight. It's almost like it's a map in itself. Just around the objective space. Getting there becomes the task. Wide open lake, Rocky Mountains. Certainly plenty of options to utilize. See exactly what Error 404 do on what could be this map point if they can secure it here. Drop into their comms.
Fuck off, please. Hey, don't say that. I'll fucking kiss your mom and she's gonna like me. Or better yet, I'll kiss your dad and turn him gay, and then he'll be very confused about his life and everything, and then out of nowhere he'll like dump your mom and be like, yo, you know what, I'm done with this relationship. You'll be all confused, and then I'll be like,
Very jeez. Casual Error 404 team, I think, would be the right term, but clearly not focused on game mechanics before getting into this round. The rollout does usually a calm place, but yeah, that's that. I like this spot Chewy's tucked into. I feel like I don't actually see people tuck in between that. Oftentimes on the other side of sandbags so that they can push up, but even here he can push up underneath the stairwell, so a nice patient spot actually may pay off. If IC continues to push forward, he'll come through on the opposite side of the map.
Один на горе, Дэн.
на моем месте.
Chewie does peek up
Ladies and
onto the
gentlemen, we got
stairwell.
one down. Yeah.
Celebrating that kill maybe a little bit too much, though, as Icy finds a quick refrag. Too busy communicating to his team. Over communication can be a thing sometimes. Icy's going to push up here. He is dialed into a potential angle, but as he drops off, the peek comes through. Cup left alive in a 1v2. His teammate on the opposite side of the map.
Guys, what's the kill count?
Flash comes out from Cup. Thought maybe he was in the corner, and now maybe realizing the position that Maxim's in. Really super exposed. Maxim takes the quick peek.
Kill count, нахуй.
Cobra
Это kill count.
trying to get information will find none, as he is the last left alive on his team in a 1v4. And he's been identified. Trying to hold the slice. Beak's not coming through from Cobra, though. I'd be surprised if he committed to continuing this push. With 2 minutes left, he's going to have to commit to one push, though. He'll have to push up here or start the swing now. Everybody else calm on the opposite side. It really is just Warcraft looking for this pick. Cobra is going to go for that rotation, but again, he doesn't have a ton of time to work with. He should be able to get somewhat close as long as he doesn't get caught up here. He has information to work with. He flanked in the side. A lot of potential options for his death here, and yep, he gets tagged once in the shoulder. A quick heal. Continues to watch Warcraft's position, not even expecting nuggets.
One lake, one lake.
Comes through there from Warcraft. Celebration shots in the center. VAINQUEURS keep it tied 3-3. A tough objective to push in, and I think that they'll now find that the task ahead of them. Not going to be an easy entry. And Air 404 are going to make this a solid defense. I can't imagine it'll be easy for them to push through. Curious to see what their defensive rollout, offensive rollout is. If maybe they try and utilize a few more smokes to push up. Not sure, but either way, a close map one to kick this series off. 3-3. Makes me wonder where we're headed. Downfall is the only other map with range, and then it is close quarters. USS Quest, Suburbia, Cargo, to name a few. Subway also on the in the pool there too. Map that we've seen some new innovation coming through on. But we got a round yet here on Snow Peak. The final round at that. One team will come away with this and be leading with a bit of an advantage. And if VAINQUEURS can take it, they're going to be looking really good. Pop into the comms of the Canadian squad.
I saw one guy going on your spot, Nugget, from last round.
Got it.
One guy on the Nugget spot on the Snow Peak. Not the Snow Peak, the Snow Mountain. Goddamn, my English, bro.
And you know, a lot of teams do have that mix of comms. I think Arrow 404 have a Russian duo on their team, and sometimes you'll hear them communicating in Russian, and so
Well, I'm getting fucking shot at.
both teams multilingual. That's always kind of cool to see. Hear the French Canadian coming in sometimes, and then obviously the English. Nugget getting suppressed there, and they can't quite ID where those shots are coming
lay
from.
Down, stay there.
I am trying to get behind something.
Shinobi, a little nervous after being shot at.
Alright, that's perfect.
I'm not seeing any shade of black. Alright. Yeah, I don't know where. Don't get shot, bro. I don't see a different shade of black anywhere. Chewy said he's with me. Chewy said he's right where I'm at, or where I was at.
Yeah, I know for a fact. I saw him running there, so.
Yeah.
And what we're seeing here is the efficacy of one position. They've put one player there on the corner here, and he is essentially holding up three for being comfortable and advancing. Also drawing out a utility piece from Chewy without even really peeking or shooting a bullet. So really nice job, really, to get to that spot. And
we have enough time.
the point of VAINQUEURS is they've just invested so much effort in trying to break through here. They haven't been able to do it. It will pay off if they can get the kills and open a gap for Chewy to push in. That is a viable possibility. The problem, of course, is Badger's zombie and his defensive angle. Incredibly hard to uproot from this crack. We've seen it held up in last game, and you can see Chewy scanning for something here. But it's going to be very hard to push out this leg without Badger spotting that rotation.
Oh no, I'm saying like across right here, not across the lake. Oh, you could do it if you want to. I'm just gonna stay right here.
Yes, Badger has spotted Chewy.
He's on the edge of the ice.
Information for Cobra to work with, too. So even if Chewy suppresses him, Cobra can hold a line waiting for Chewy to push into it. Cobra's doing really good to not overpeak. He's staying tucked in behind here, not overcommitting to any angle, not allowing the team that is heavily invested their time here, Nugget, God of Shinobi, and Chewy down there at the end. They put so much effort into this here, and if this other push fails, it's bad news. Shots coming through on the opposite side as the smoke comes in up towards Icy, but one down. Icy looking for more as he pushes up onto the corner. The final round here. VAINQUEURS down. Oof, even more now as Badger finds Chewy trying to push out. That leg push not gonna be easy. And Icy does get snagged on the shoulder there. Quickly tucks back in. Have to heal and can't afford to be tagged again. This is the push coming in. The committal comes through. Maybe he thought he tagged Icy. Icy's gone prone. Warcraft continues to swing. Icy stands and fires. A great pop-up from him.
I have 2 kills on my heart.
To have that kill. He has 2 kills on his heart.
Just me and you, bro. We only have a minute.
I'm sure he's feeling it there, that's for sure. And Nugget now, maybe feeling some of that pressure. 2v5. Still haven't managed to find one. That's the angle, that late angle Cobra was waiting for. They finally have to commit to it. And now got Shinobi with 45 seconds left. May just run out of time on this rotation. Yep. He's checked his tablet. Realizes he can't commit to that, and as he swings right into the line of sight of Cobra, the final kill comes through. Error 404 with a commanding final round. And a good start of the round. Cap, take their map pick. 4-3. VAINQUEURS now choose where we head to map 2. I wonder if we'll go to the close quarters too, or if we'll stick to the range. I don't know. Downfall is on the table, so certainly could be headed there. And, whoops. While range is good, close quarters can be better. Apologies for popping here early, but I guess you'll see what map 2 is going to be. Cargo comes in, so we're going to be kicking this off with very close quarters. VAINQUEURS is clearly trying to shift up the rhythm to this series. And often enough, we see teams do it by picking, you know, different style of map. There's in my opinion now more variety than ever in this season, in this league, and with the different map, rotating map pools, the custom maps, everything. It's just really the new objectives. It's been a tremendous season. It's been super fun to watch, and really it has me thinking maybe we should have imagine new objectives every season. What if every map had new objectives every season? Think about that. A lot of work. But maybe that's just the pipe dream. What could be. Either way, it's been a really fun season to tune into, and the series has been quite a banger in itself. Map number 2 should be good. Cargo is going to be fast and furious. Going to be a lot of family bonding going on here. I can tell you that. Vin Diesel will want to be involved. Taking a quick look at the active rosters. Not seeing any... Oh, yeah, Danny coming in on Air 404. Don't know who he's subbing in for, but he is. So a swap in the roster there. Pop into the Canadian squad to see what's on their comms as we dive into this round.
Almost I got kept.
Oh, fucking smoke tank. No, my smoke fucking...
Alright, I'm gonna try it.
Here's a quest 1 tracking.
What a beautiful smoke.
There goes my fucking smoke.
Couple of smokes coming out there ultimately do pay off. You don't see him in the first person view in Spectator, so might have looked strange there, but they do get them across. Chewie finds one. Warcraft gets set up into a very early position where he can shut down a rotating defense. But Error 404 are already down 1. If they commit Badger any further, might be overextending from him. Big pickup there from Denny. Huge pickup there from Denny. Cobra also puts some rounds down range there. And here comes the push in from Badger, able to find 1. Quick refrag from Chewie. There's the pickup from Shinobi, shutting down Badger's swing on the backside. 3-2 now, as Denny and Cobra are the final two to hold on to this OBJ. And they're not exactly in choice defensive positions. Pretty easily picked. Several different locations if they're not properly watching. And fortunate for them, VAINQUEURS aren't throwing any flanks or rotations just yet. We'll see C4 detonation goes off. Warcrafted trades in through the center. Chewy's making a push in through the Diamond of Death, and Denny decides to go for the challenge. God of Shinobi, the last one left alive. Let's VAINQUEURS take their Marsoc round, and in a similar way, do kick off their map pick with a lead. Albeit not exactly a cap, it is still a Marsoc round in their pockets, and if they can defend here, it will be mimicking what they did, what they had done to them on map 1 with that 2-0 cap to kick things off. So, see how they defend here, but Error 404, I'm sure, are going to bring the coordination. It's got to be feeling good off of that. Off of that. I can't even think. We are 2 followers away from 3,000. I just realized that. All my attention just got suctioned in. If you're new here, hit the follow button. Yeah, that'd be an awesome milestone to hit. Love to tell everybody about that. That is yeah. I mean, I would be surprised if we didn't hit it today during this series. 3,000 followers on Twitch. Wow, that is a lot of people that like to tune into Onward. And, you know, with the subs coming in today, everyone tuning in for this matchup, I just want to say I really do appreciate the community and how much they do enjoy the broadcasts. I know that people want more, and we do our best to provide more. Sometimes it's a challenge. But I will at least continue to put my best foot forward to develop the team and provide casts for you. And also kill time as rollouts come through. That's a rhyme also. I couldn't think of a word there to hit that with a rhyme. But round number 2 underway, and Error 404 with an advantage. Badger pushing up onto the diamond very early. Puts Chewy on high alert. Badger swings just in time. He's ID'd by Cobra. We're at risk of being pinched by Nugget on the other side, and I doubt Badger is going to be ready for this angle here. Now he certainly is as those shots come in. Chewy able to deny Denny entry. That's big and important. And Badger now really considering his options. That's a big pickup on Nugget. Shuts down the flank and the pinch on Badger. Chewy's swinging in for an aggressive push, though. He'll find Cobra. He almost catches Badger crossing. Badger's going to go for the refrag. He goes down. And now it's a 2v2. A great equalizer there from Chewy in the center. In the meantime, Icy's pushed up to objective. Is Shinobi looking? He's not. Icy's pad out. This is disaster for this round as Error 404 are looking to cap, and the round's coming through the toes. What a massive peak from Shinobi there. That could have been bad news the rest of the round onto the hands of Cup. Slowly scanning the area, trying to clear out any potential defensive positions, and he's got to find 2, so not going to be an easy task. Shinobi's playing this one patiently, but with 3 minutes left, he can play it very slow and quiet, so doesn't even have to do this loud. Chewy's actually pretty far away from objective as well. Might make it a little bit difficult. Maybe actually open up a lane here for Cup to do something. Question is he going to be ready for Shinobi? Shinobi's in a common position, and Shinobi should be hearing this. Actually, he might not. The sound, the audio of the... Oh, this is bad. His legs clipping through, too. That could spell disaster. 11 minutes left. Cup all the time in the world to work with here. Goes down. Shinobi turns and takes some quick shots. Cup drops back off of it. A huge pickup there. 1:45 left to work with now. Andy knows where Shinobi is. The problem, it seems, is Cup doesn't have an accurate kill count. So even though he knows Shinobi's position, he's worried about others. And Shinobi shuts down the offense. Gets a point for VAINQUEURS. They go up 2-0 on their map pick. They're trying to reverse this one back to tie it up and take us to a map 3 decider. Interestingly enough, a big shift here. Error 404 had 80% of the points on the first map, now with only 40 on map 2. Clearly a lot of faith in the hands of the VAINQUEURS, and maybe after that. Oh, I stand corrected. Big investments coming in here. Error 404 up 84% now. But either way, a good bit of back and forth here, and the VAINQUEURS is doing great to keep this tight. Very curious to see, obviously, this series fold out, but what our map 3 could potentially be too. Where does Error 404 take it? I imagine if they're struggling in the close quarters, it's probably going to be someplace like Downfall. Defensive rollouts coming in here. The smoke applied to allow IC to push in the yellow room. That smoke should be information for this offense, though.
Oh, ils l'ont tiré plus loin, la smoke. Grenade, grenade, grenade.
What? I just heard a couple.
Nice pickup. Cobra waiting for more. A nade. Long range toss. Tags Chewy. Denny finds the confirm with the G36, and the VAINQUEURS getting denied here. As I say that, a quick refrag. IC overextending, trying to push up off of a couple of kills and lock in more. Ends up damaging that effort. I didn't even notice the new objective position either, but it is a new OBJ that has to be defended. Smokes are out. That one's really here yet. Got him. Shinobi catches out a rotation onto Denny. We're into a 2v2. VAINQUEURS cutting down this Error 404 defense. One defender at a time. Two inside. They try to push to objective. Warcraft finds that pick, and as Badger crashes to prevent the cap from coming through, This could be 3-0 into the hands of VAINQUEURS. He has to find a double here, and the utility's coming in. Big pickup there. A lot of active rotating. Warcraft hears the footsteps, peeks the angle, and catches the back of Badger trying to get back to objective. VAINQUEURS up 3-0 right now on their map pick. I'm almost guaranteed now we go to a range. After such a tough close quarters showing here, I doubt Error 404 will want to go anywhere close, which is all we have left. Subway, Suburbia, USS Quest. Maybe we'll go to USS Quest, but either way, quite the map here from VAINQUEURS to bounce back after losing to Snow Peak, have a 3-0 lead here. Oh, did we go over 3K? We did, hold on. No! We're one follower away. One follower away from 3,000 people. Go tell your friends.
Yeah, I'll go prefire that fucking room.
Oh, and that's an early start for Error 404. Pre-firing through the smoke, catching out the rotation, and VAINQUEURS are applying pressure here on defense that is not paying off. Chewy goes down. Nugget's tucked into the corner. Cobra seemingly ready for this on the corner. Nugget takes those shots and is able to shut down Cobra. The smoke's out. Icy pushing through it. I was wondering for a second why those shots weren't coming in. Again, you don't see smokes in first person. Bit of an interesting bug. Either way, we're into a 3v2. Maxime pushes out. He gets tagged on the side. Objective dangerously exposed. Error 404 thirsty for a cap here, and Warcraft's not going to allow it. Pushes up appropriately, goes down in a gunfight, and prevents the cap from coming in, at least securing them only 1 point instead of 2, but that was a nice rebuttal, and maybe the start of something. VAINQUEURS go on offense next round.
Yes. It's okay. It's 2 kills on the engine.
What about the other one? That one that's sideways?
Cobra Cup pushing up, using the offensive smoke to their advantage. Chewy able to catch one up through the center, and that opens up a big entry point towards this objective. Also does open them up to danger from C4. Nice angle from Icy to catch one out. Maxim tries his luck at that same angle, and a double for Icy. And that's actually devastating to the VAINQUEURS to lose 2 here, to push in past Icy, to not get control of center. Completely disrupted the timing of everything they were trying to do, and as the smokes dissipate, they're now in a 2v4, make it a 1v4, a third kill from Icy, and finally he's ID'd there by Shinobi. He goes for the nade toss and is killed. The flash does pause Shinobi, but we're into a 1v3. Denny using the pipes to his advantage for a little bit of extra cover, and VAINQUEURS got to be careful. Error 404 is a powerful team. They're not a team that will easily let go of a round of a map. I was surprised to see a 3-0 get put up against them, and to my point earlier, they do tend to struggle sometimes when they have lost maps, but they've won here, and so I think that they still have momentum on their side. I don't think you can count them out yet, and frankly, I'd be worried about a cap attempt coming in here from Error 404. Sorry, that was my computer, not yours. Maybe we would have a sub here. It seemed to almost be past regulation time, but right on time, we dive into our next round.
Chopper pre-shoot, oublie pas, juste ça safe, là. Super safe.
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir.
Energy there coming in. Aggressive fire denying the cross, so no one gonna get in the yellow room.
No.
Aggression on defense comes in. Maxim finds Icy. Those are two huge deaths for Error 404. Not what they can afford right now. Up ID's Nugget peeking. Nugget goes for the refrag, doesn't find it. Cobra trying to get a different angle onto Nugget here, and that flash, I think, prevented it for a moment. Cobra there does peek, catches him out. In the meantime, Shinobi catches one on the backside. Nugget tries to toss a nade and botches. Cobra peeks and finds the kill there. Error 404 at least get one, but in the chaos have lost another, and it's a 4v2. Big pickup there from Cobra on the rotation. Has an angle here onto Maxime as well. Maxime has to be careful about overextending or staying too tucked in. Down he goes. Cobra and Cup trying to even the odds into a 2v2. Cobra goes down quickly from Warcraft. Shinobi didn't even have to peek. And now Cup maybe can go for the res. Nope, not anymore. Is into the 1v2 himself. The kill locked in from Warcraft puts VAINQUEURS up a map. Well, tied a map, excuse me. And instantly we head to Subway for map 3. Didn't even have time to drum it up. The team's immediately picking into it. Not even a delay in this choice coming in from Error 404, which does again surprise me. Let me finalize the scores there on map 2 quickly. Oops, doing that. There we go. 3 is Boom. Perfect. Solid win there from VAINQUEURS, though. Puts us quickly into map 3, and this is the series decider now. Error 404, like I said, instantly locking this map. Knew right away where they wanted to go as a team. Probably already discussing it when they were losing Cargo 3-0. And so Subway has just been on their mind for the last, what I would think would be 3 rounds. And in this sort of deciding time, I think it impacted how they played there on Cargo, allowing VAINQUEURS to get that 4-2. They were looking too much to this third map. To that point, maybe they'll really be prepared here for map 3, and it's going to be a tough challenge for VAINQUEURS, much like Snowpeak, I would imagine. Seeing some... Thought we were seeing a sub come in there from VAINQUEURS. Nothing from Error 404. Denny back in. And I mean, look, we're 1 follower away from 3,000. Can we just get it? You know... Someone just follow already. I know you're out there. You like the sultry voice. There's more of it tomorrow and Sunday. Follow. Subway, though. Gonna be a really crazy one to see how this plays out, especially with our first objective. It is taking us to the Chinatown Market.
You jump on hey, my back at the same part. And you can see, like you just jump like that, and then you can see over the trash, the big trash can. Yeah, exactly. You got it.
Interesting spot there, taken up by Shinobi. Gonna try and shut down any push up from the north. Take a look at the offensive swing here from Error 404. It does look like a 2-2-1. I think they're putting 2 up in that center catwalk area, and maybe 1 in the north. I actually think that 1 in the north is actually watching for a flank. But Badger and Cobra have taken control here of the south stairs. They'll either push up, challenge Chewy and Warcraft, connect with their team, Denny and Icy, and have a 4-man push up through what would be just 1 defender, Maxime here. Nugget and Shinobi can react, of course, but certainly the weaker side in all of this. The peak there from Chewy may shut down Cobra and Badger's thoughts about pushing this lane.
One of the West Street. Yo, y'en a un dans la rue juste là. Continue de garder ta ligne. Ils vont pas venir là, si on continue à parler en français, ils vont avoir peur. Hey non, tu parles pas. Oui, tu parles très bien français, man. Tu parles très bien français. Très bien.
Chewy peeks, Chewy dies. Cobra with a nice pickup there. The question is, are they going to be ready for Warcraft? C4 shot. Gotten rid of there, so Warcraft not going to be able to detonate that. Just to play this patiently. Cannot commit to peeking out too early. Has to allow Badger and Cobra to push up.
Yes, that's a Roger.
And then the peak can come through.
Димчик, налево. Давай налево. Зайди налево. Просто за меня уйди в стенку. Я буду пока держать.
Both come out. A good peek from Warcraft. Can he get the double? Cobra goes down as well. A huge defensive peak. In the meantime, offense is pushing in. And they're pushing the weak side. Smokes are deployed. Maxime defending a 1v3 here. Maxime playing it patiently after all of the nades and utility tossed. He's tucked in and gets the kill. He's going to try and toss some utility out. That nearly gets him killed as he peeks out. Flash not deployed on the cup, and will he be ready for Denny on the long angle if he continues to peek out? The worst case is they know that Maxime is here and he has no options of escape. But I don't think there's any utility that can even be tossed at him here, so it's gonna have to be a gun challenge from Cup. And he's gonna be walking into 2 angles. Shinobi's there as well, and he's trying to clear that one first. Denny now left all alone, and a great defensive round here from the VAINQUEURS to kick it off. Despite the disconnect they seem to have had, they still have 3 up on OBJ, and I like Denny's relocation. I think to shift back here is the right choice. He cannot uproot the defense from where they are, and so challenging here is probably going to get him the best result. I think it'll just be a trade. VAINQUEURS will come out on top, but hey, there's some follows. We did it. SW4006, our 3000th follower. Maybe it was P's Gaming. I don't know. Either way, thank you guys so much for hitting that follow button. We are over 3,000 followers now. Wow. That is really... that is awesome. That is so many people following this channel. I, again, just really appreciate all of the support from the community. I wouldn't cast if people didn't like it, so thank you so much. That is awesome. We did it. And I know I'm 6 minutes late to that celebration too, so everyone's probably pissed. we gotta keep the competitive integrity. Can't let Denny screen peek and see Warcrafted here, who's been waiting for him patiently for several minutes. Definitely expects him here. Pops in a fresh mag. I think he actually went to shoot there and didn't have any ammo, and so maybe a little bit of information for Denny. Denny is going to swing. He is committing to this peak. Doesn't spot Warcrafted tucked deep, and there's the hips exposed. Warcraft finds the kill, and VAINQUEURS take round 1. Nice little lead to kick off this map, and if they continue to trade Volk rounds, gonna be VAINQUEURS taking this map 3. Not what Error 404 won. You gotta remember the overall score, the overall ranking right now. Error 404 is ranked 4th, and VAINQUEURS is ranked 8th. So when you talk about what's to gain and lose here, VAINQUEURS definitely got a lot to gain. They need to get out of that they need to get out of that 8th position. They want to be 6th, 7th, not really even 7th. You want to be 5th, 4th. You want to be somewhere comfortable. To that point, even then it's not comfortable. Error 404 are 4th, and if they lose this, they then are very likely going to dip substantially down in that ranking. Danger close to 7 and 8. So wow. Yeah, the certainly a lot to gain here from the VAINQUEURS, and the pressure is on right now for both squads. Error 404 do not want to lose. Definitely want to lock in a W here when they should against a team that is lower ranked than them. But maybe not should is the right answer, but according to the numbers, should. And VAINQUEURS eager to get something here. a team that has had no casts on them all season long. To be able to do this towards the end of the season is so huge. I always say this when a new team crops up and I haven't spotted them before, but we are going to have to keep an eye on this VAINQUEURS team for the rest of the season. And maybe they don't want to hear that, or maybe they do. There's certainly going to be some more casts from this VAINQUEURS squad, though, because they are... well, they're competing nicely here today in this series. A solid map 1, keeping it close on Snow Peak, dominating cargo, really. And now with an early lead on map 3, we'll see if they can pile on their offensive round. Error 404 on B.
Yes, behind the dumpster, put the C4 on the wall to the left or the right. Oh, very nice. Fucking dumb as shit.
Icy quick peeking on the corner, catches one out. Rotating in from the south, a big pickup, and off of that, instantly drops back. What times you'll see with an inexperienced player, someone that's maybe a little bit too greedy, is they'll commit to more kills after finding that early pick, and doesn't do that here. Warcraft's playing this very fast. He could be down quickly for the VAINQUEURS. They could find themselves in a 5v3 in no time if they're not careful. But they are playing this pretty fast. The rest of this team is pushed out already and is going to be challenging Icy soon. We have to keep our attention split. Azure identified. Warcraft had the advantage for a second here, but Cobra's coming in, and Cobra catches the kill. I didn't even see Cobra tucked in back there. Solid job from him. This is looking like Error 404's round. If Icy plays this right, it will be. Oh, and Jourdain just IDing him here in the hall. And now this position is very risky. Vulnerable to a potential nade. All kinds of, yeah. Oh, but as he peeks, he finds one. The smoke was going to be applied to deny vision there and force Icy out, but instead it actually is going to block Shinobi from being able to push. Giving away the position there. And actually a little bit of team fire coming in. Shinobi does well enough to find the kill. Hopefully they don't team kill each other here now. Especially after finding that one, clearing Icy out. To 2 though, and they are going to go for a bit of a split. I don't know how well that'll work out as Cobra was waiting in the lane. You saw him swinging there a little bit late, but gets there in time. Shinobi's now going to try and push up, and Cup played his angle that whole round. Finally finds the kill. Tied 1 apiece. Chinese Marketplace OBJ done and done, but what a start to the series. Where do we go from here is my question. And wow, north is where we go. Another awesome objective to be watching here. And frankly, one that I think is best played early in the series. I anticipate cap attempts from both teams to come in through here. And it's just a matter of how well the smokes are applied and where. That's really what's going to end up determining how this push works. So oh no, What I haven't seen is a heavy investment in North lately. Utility plays a big element in pushing North side, but teams not really opting to do it. I wonder if we'll see a heavy North push. Oftentimes now with the spawns, Volk can contest North very early on. And so we could see action quickly here at Wall on the North side. We'll keep an eye on that, of course. Probably see at least some flash grenades coming up and over, if not some frags and others. But an exciting objective for round 3. Lego for days. I saw that sub a little bit ago, but I want to give you a shout out now. Appreciate you dropping that sub. And back into the action we go.
Don't kill me. White, c'est ça.
We're going to invest 1 and do an aggressive push up. But I'm not seeing anything from Error 404 committed here to the north. They've got 1 defending. I see simply watching for a flank. Everyone else going to be pushing in from the south. Denny and Cup take control of this overhang. Catwalk, whatever you call it. Have to root out Chewy on that north wall at all, and if anything, it should be an indicator to this defense. Night vision on as well from Denny. Should be able to identify Chewy here on the corner, and the C4 detonation on top doesn't get spotted. A huge double from the VAINQUEURS. Chewy with a great C4 placement there shuts down the catwalk entry, and now it's up to Badger and Cobra to do some work in the south side. I guess they could just kind of skip past Chewy, but then they will have to challenge Nugget and God of Shinobi, who are holding on top of OBJ. I see late to the party on the north. Does get 1. Utility would go huge here. Nades tossed down this lane could shut down on objective defense and open up a potential cap opportunity for this Air 404 squad. The flash up and over, I think actually caught Maxime and forced him to drop off. Otherwise, a lot on the line here in the south. Warcraft and Chewy now both watching. Badger may have waited too long. Yes, he has. He's waited a bit too long on those stairs. Chewy's found that kill. More action in the north. I see a Nugget duke it out. Nugget with a nice pickup. All comes down to Cobra now in a 1v4, and yeah, he's got to cross 2. Watching his angle and then challenge 2 on objective, so certainly a bit ahead here for Cobra. And Chewy, after rotating up, catches that kill, and VAINQUEURS take the Volk round. Continue to trade here back and forth. But like I said, this OBJ, I say, certainly vulnerable to a cap opportunity, and I would be surprised if we don't see a cap attempt come in here. And to that point, maybe a heavy north push investment is worthwhile. Really commit to it. Charge down the lane. Obviously, again, the risk is you could all be flashed, you could all die to one player and be on the highlight reel forever. But play the cards right, and I think there's some potential for a strong 4 or 5 player north push. Especially since it just doesn't happen very often anymore. Players definitely do opt to push into the north, but it's not often that you see so many commit there. The south has become a bit more favored simply because there's more entries. You can take the catwalk, you can pop up from the basement, you can take the south stairwell. There's just a bit more comfort options there. But you still have to cross that final train track, and that's always covered. And so it's just a matter of playing that properly to make the South work. Full minute and a half used there. Both teams very clearly hashing out strategy, trying to be perfectly prepared.
Yeah, Cup, take any C4.
Окей? Потому что с той стороны я их не пропущу, они меня могут со спины
Сидеть.
убить.
Я могу
Окей,
там
давай
сидеть.
так. Давай так.
Hey, Denny, I'm gonna sit, guys, I'm gonna sit on stairs. I'm gonna protect.
I heard talk of a C4, and I'm curious where that's going to be placed.
Stay back, I'm fine.
Don't think we're seeing the heavy north push. If anything, I anticipate a similar style of push to come in from VAINQUEURS. I think I would just love to see more teams practice the nade throws. You know, you could easily dump a nade up and over onto the stairwell here to deny both of these players. Don't know if we'll see it. I'll have to keep the attention split, obviously, as we do have a 2-2-1 coming in. Take a look at the overhead there to prove it. In the north, two coming in from the underground and one coming in from catwalk. And Chewy won't run into any resistance there. I don't think any C4 are placed up there. But Cobra could certainly be a shooter here soon. I'll get ducking just under the crosshairs of Icy there. Able to rotate past the angle, and now from here, if he stands, find Icy, there's potential. If Shinobi peeks standing, he'll definitely die. The refrag will have to come through. Still, Icy doesn't see him here. The head spotted there from Nugget. Nugget now committing to the push. Up and over. Can't get it, though, as the stairwell dips down. And he doesn't overcommit, but the utilities coming in. Nades and flashes come through. Nugget completely blind. Tries to go prone against a wall. He gets ID'd. Chewy gets rid of Cobra in the meantime in the south. That certainly weakens the south substantially. I see. Catching Shinobi. Gonna make it now just a south push. The north getting denied. Almost paid off, but a great drop back on that sharp dip in the stairs really saves them. And well, Air 404 continue to play the round.
la belle smoke.
That's actually a great smoke onto Badger. Gonna completely deny him vision on this cross, and they have to use it. Chewy's gotta go now. Badger catching out Warcraft through the smoke. And I think the smoke's gonna dissipate.
Smoke.
Yep, there it goes.
I got him. That's
Badger able to find one, and now Chewy has committed out and is completely exposed on the rails. Gonna have to get a crazy tight angle onto Badger's head. I don't think Badger spots Chewy, though.
I'm flashed.
One for one, but not the one that they really needed there. With Maxime all alone, he's going to have to cross this final train track. And like I said, it's the hardest part of a south push. And they had the proper smoke, but they just didn't push off of it. And so you find yourself now in a tough 1v3 with really no options. You have to just commit to crossing out. You have to try and kill the defender in train tracks, because there's no more utility to work with. If they just had a single smoke. Oh. This comes down to this toss. Where it lands. And that is actually going to be... good smokes. Maxime should be able to cross here. He just has to commit to it. Smokes within about 15 seconds left. Maxime doesn't seem to be crossing with it. I think he's going to go for a long rotation. Try and catch the long angle. Smokes are gone, though, and Badger finds it easily. Barely peeking over the stairs. Shuts down what was the south attempt. VAINQUEURS now tied as Error 404 bounced back. And like I said, if we continue to trade bulk rounds, VAINQUEURS will be our champions, but I don't think Error 404 will let that go easy, especially as we go to our next objective, one that is oftentimes capped. This series has just been so fun to tune into. A really good competitive back and forth here. Error 404 not letting go of this map just yet. VAINQUEURS continuing to take the lead, but every round they bounce back, and curious to see how this attack works. Oh, this is a 5-player committal debasement. I see. Playing this fast, catches out a C4. Oh, he spotted that.
He drew something.
That's actually a pretty good flash. Warcraft gonna be blind there. Cup 360 spins for the kill. Little swag on that one. Air 404 actually off to a good start on Marsoc. Like I said, this objective very capable, especially with where they are. If Nugget goes down, smokes are applied. There's a very clear path to capping this. You can see they're dialed in there. The threat of Maxime. Maxime does catch Cup. But Nugget does go down on objective, and that's actually a much worse loss. Denny and Badger have a potential route here. As I say that, Chewy disrupts it just a touch. Maxime shuts down Icy to push towards objective, and it's going to come down to what God of Shinobi does on his defense and rotation, because again, Cobra and Zombie have potential access to that objective. Actually, it is now all up to Maxime in a 1v2, and Maxime has decent coverage, but again, a good smoke here gets them a cap. With how far away Maxime is from OBJ, there's just not enough time to react off of a smoke, and I mean, all it takes is one on this track to deny vision. I just don't know if they're going to throw it. I think they're aware of Maxime's position, but at this point, taking a Marsoc round would be, frankly, enough. So, oh, now they know Maxime's here. Badger was right next to this. Trade comes through, and actually, like I said, probably a better result for the VAINQUEURS there, because that could have been series. That could have been cap right there. But it isn't. And VAINQUEURS live to tell another tale for at least another round. Marsoc round is pretty big, and now all Air 404 have to do is play a tight bit of defense. And they've got themselves a series. They've got themselves a series that they definitely don't want to lose. And either way, VAINQUEURS have done very good to keep this scoreline really close. And actually, think about it. I think we're tied on scoreline right now. I did my math quickly enough, fast enough, and accurately enough. I think we're tied. And so yeah, the VAINQUEURS, if they do lose, they're really not going to be hit hard from this loss. And so that pursuit of the top 8, of the top 7 is still very much within reach. But they don't want to lose this one. They have come so close here today. I don't know. I don't think a cap's going to be the one here. Map number 3, round number 6 kicking off here to get back into the action. VAINQUEURS need to take this round. And already we're off to the races. A push out from Icy. A committed push into the underground. He's looking to get aggressive here. I wonder if Maxime's going to be ready for Icy. Icy with a great angle onto this corner. Maxime should hear those footsteps. Maybe not in that server room.
Il doit être dans le petit corridor. Il est passé vite.
Icy dropping back, and I think Icy DC'd. Wow. Wow, they got so lucky. Icy got so lucky. Icy temporarily disconnected there, it seemed.
Je l'ai pogné, go pogne-le.
And then dropped back, and as they push up, he swings to find 2. Oh no, disaster for the VAINQUEURS. Chewy has to shut this down, and thankfully he does. Basement finally taken care of. It'll allow them to push up here. But defense ready and waiting. Cup in a position that he can defend this stairwell from. And Shinobi and Nugget aren't going to be checking this. It's going to be 2 quick pickups there. I really like that spot from him. I doubt anyone's going to be checking that. Another pickup there, an error 404, just a round away. Just 2 kills from locking in this series. That's actually a big start to this comeback here. A huge one as Badger does stand right into the line of sight there. Cup does swing out into the open. He goes down. The defense dropping quickly from error 404. VAINQUEURS not out of this yet as things tie up 2 apiece. Cobra is going to commit even to a wider swing and doesn't go down in a trade. That's a huge pickup. Nuggets looking for the refrag, and he finds it through the train. We're into a 1v1. Error 404. Just a kill away now. But Nugget. Wow. Nugget and Badger here. The series on the line. Badger doing what he has to do. Not exactly defensive position. He doesn't have excellent coverage, but he's on objective. He's defending it properly, preventing the cap from coming in and losing the series. And ultimately, it's tied up now. We trade Marsoc rounds there to take us to our final OBJ. And of course, it is the new one. We are going to be headed to the South Stairwell objective. Kind of fitting. New teams to Season 11 with a brand new objective to Season 11 to finalize this series, the Stairwell OBJ. I don't know how they're going to attack this. I don't know how they're going to defend it. We got the scoreline quick at the KD feed. Chewy just a kill away from getting up to double digits. Icy 3 away, excuse me, quick math, from getting up there, and I don't know. I'm not sure what the attack approach will be here. I've seen really cool plays on this map, and I think it was from Error 404, and I think it was on offense. If I am mistaken, it was either Error 404 or Mayhem, but we saw a planned M203 smoke launch that was targeted here, launched up and over stupid bounty boxes, the building, and flew right here to perfectly block vision from any defender on this stairwell and open up a cap opportunity. And so I wonder if there's going to be Something like that from Error 404. We'll find out as we hop into round number 7.
S'ils s'en viennent là, là, regarde, tu regardes de même. Tu fais juste regarder. Ouais, yes sir.
Oh, no.
Oh, you said, guys, I'm sorry, but I had to. I'm gonna kill you, bro.
Looks like there was a bit of a tech problem, so apologies there. If you load into the map the first 15 seconds, you can reset it. So if for maybe anyone confused, that's what happened. And also, for anyone tuning in, hit that follow button. We've pushed over 3,000 now. 3,002 followers. I love to see it. I'm so incredibly happy, again, that we've reached this milestone. It is a big one, in my opinion. It is a lot of people that have followed this channel, and I just love to see so many new faces continuing to come into this game, continuing to come into this league. It's really encouraging for me, for someone that's been around for 5 years, to continue to see the fresh take, I suppose, on playing competitively. For it to always, it really just keeps the league pushing forward and keeps the top tier teams developing at a high end. And man, we have just seen great plays here, great coordination, good back and forth. We'll now see what we get for our final round, as I think we will officially dive in. See what Error 404 have planned on the attack.
Yeah, we're going north. Is this the bad spawn or is this the good spawn? This is the bad one. Like, there's worse, but...
6429, 6429, 841, 841. 6429, 6429, 6429, 6429,
6429. Don't remember. Don't just focus on getting kills.
429.
Interesting comms there from Icy. Although it's reflex to memorize the code, they don't even feel it necessary. And that's frankly the truth. They just need to get the kills and get the win. Sometimes the cap can be faster, though, so you don't always want to put it out of your mind as an option.
One down.
Not how Error 404 wanted to start this. A smoke also getting tossed out, interestingly enough. Not sure how that impacts Badger's plan, but if anything, that might stall him for a moment. Doesn't give him any audio cues either, and so maybe that's what he's concerned about, that Chewie is pushing. I think it's not the case, though. Meanwhile, Cup and Icy making their way up. Denny's actually watching for the flank. All they have to do is send one down south stairs, and they can essentially be attacking the backside of this defense. And so, as they're down to 4, they're really only attacking with 3. Oh, and a C4 tucked into the corner detonates. Cup goes down, and as he swings out, Warcraft finds the confirm. A patient play waiting for him to come out. And Error 404 are in a 1v5. Denny's going to have to push up here and find Maxime, and then everybody is going to shift around and attack. But already, the suspect comes in, the nade gets tossed! And that is not it. Where's the final player? That is it. And I think we've run into a lobby bug. I don't think the VAINQUEURS know that. But that's it. That's all 5 kills. I don't know what. There must have been some kind of disconnect that threw it off. But that was 5 kills in the final round. How strange. So I've never seen this. In all of my years of Onward, I don't think I've ever seen a round not end like this, but I'm still trying to figure out the sorry for this pause here. Trying to figure out the technicalities of it, but I think we're done. That's the round. VAINQUEURS have taken the series off of a final nade kill, and that will be it. 4-3 for map number 3. VAINQUEURS coming out on top. A fantastic hold on what was looking like a terrible 3-2 push. And here they are, taking the series. So fun to tune in here today, and I really do appreciate everyone that's dropped by today, all of the new followers that came through. We pushed 3,000, and that is an awesome milestone to have. I don't think I ever gave points to the map 2 winners. That was VAINQUEURS, and I never did the map 3 prediction, so I do apologize for that, but I'm just one person, and I'm holding a lot of plates. So, with that, we'll be signing off. A quick shout out to, again, everyone tuning in and all of our sponsors. You've seen them ticking here on the side, but they are many, and they come together to offer what is a pretty nice prize pool for the Season 11 championships. If you're not aware, at the end of the season, the top 7 teams move on to the championships immediately, and then we have our Challenger Cup, where a final team will have an opportunity to compete in the, well, all the teams will have an opportunity to compete in a tournament format where the winner will move on for that 8th position and play in the championship, and that's where all of the prizes come together. And I think we will be announcing that prize pool soon. I don't want to spoil anything, but I am very excited about that. There's definitely a good bit to play for this season, and I'm really hyped to watch those finals. It's going to be incredibly exciting, but either way, this is top tier VRML, and I'm glad we tuned into it today. That'll be it for me, and I will see you all tomorrow at 1 p.m. PST for more VRML action. You can catch that over at twitch.tv/VRMasterLeague, so be sure to do just that. And with that, I'll be signing off. My name is NightFiree with 2 E's. I'll see you all tomorrow.